Rink and American Dream in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It is draw 5 on the men's side of the USA Curling National Championships. And our feature match right now is our first look at John Shuster, the reigning national champion, and the only remaining team in the competition at 4-0 and unbeaten, to go up against Ethan Sampson at 3-1 as we get a look at the standings. Along with 2018 Olympic gold medal winner Tyler George, I'm Joe Tollison. Glad you've joined us. And John Shuster in his first 3 matches, Tyler, double digits in each of those wins, and an 8-5 win in 9 ends yesterday against Danny Casper. So they have been rolling.
No surprise to see John at the top of the field. Kind of used to that from his national championship appearances. Ethan Sampson right behind him, though.
Ethan Sampson, they're 55th overall in the World Curling Federation rankings, but they have been performing well here through the first 4 draws. Their only loss in draw 3 to Corey Dropkin, 8-2. And as we get a look, and really the story coming out of this right now for John Shuster is Colin Huffman has been in the lineup in these matches.
Colin's been playing every game. They're rotating Matt and John Landsteiner at the lead position, keeping both fresh, trying to get some energy into this team. And come playoff time, they've said that they're not sure exactly what lineup they're going to go with, but they have said they plan on Colin being in every game.
And for Ethan Sampson, Coleman Thurston is third, Jacob Zeman the second, and Marius Kleinis as the lead. And you surprised to see 3-1 out of Ethan Sampson?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Ethan's had some good results lately on tour, especially. Got to watch them a bunch in Duluth at the Cache for their semifinal finish. Really strong team.
And the other matches over on Sheet A, Nicholas Connolly and Rich Ruonen, so we will at least have one of those teams get a win here today. They have been searching for that through the first 4 draws. Scott Dunham against Wesley Wendling, and Danny Casper and Corey Dropkin. Another heavyweight tilt right there on Sheet D.
I think I had it wrong. Maybe Sampson made the finals in Duluth, too, with a big win over a strong Canadian team in the semis. But, yeah, I got to see them play a couple of games in the Duluth Cache just a couple weeks ago, and they look solid top to bottom. And they took John Shuster to an extra end in the Nationals round robin last year. Shuster had made maybe a 1-in-3 shot to win the game. A team that's been progressing steadily over the last few years, coming out of the junior circuit, now getting used to men's tour. And before the week started, I know we said all 8 teams could beat anybody in any given game, but Sampson kind of separating themselves from the bottom half of the field, trying to get into that top 4 finish, make the semis, and anything can happen from there.
And again, it is a Page semifinal, so we'll have 1 against 2, 3 against 4 on Saturday, with the winner of the 1-2 going to the final, the loser of that playing the winner of the 3-4. But we have some work to do before that. Our first stone of this game, as we will start with Ethan Sampson and Marius Kleinis, as John Shuster last stone first in for this one.
3-4.
Back 4, back 8.
3-4.
He's coming into the house to start things off. Looks like it's going to be behind the tee line. Wouldn't expect John to worry too much about that stone. Go right to the corner. If you hear me predicting what I believe this team is going to do throughout, don't be surprised. I have quite a bit of experience with this squad. There's an old hotel roommate, Matt Hamilton. Matt and I were roomies for basically the entire run we had as a squad. And with the intern corner guard to start.
Yep, I was straight.
I was trying to remember when Matt had played lead last before this tournament. In 2016 Players Championship, we played with Pat Simmons filling in for John Landsteiner. Not a bad super sub to have, Briar champion Skip. That conversation started, as a lot of them do, over drinks at our charity event in Duluth, and Pat offered his services up. Matt bumped back to lead for the weekends, and Pat played 2. A lot of fun there, and Matt played lead for Chris Plies back in their Junior World Championship team.
Already top 12, top 8.
No question that he can handle any position they throw him into.
Looks like the same
Top
weight.
4. Top 4.
Right here.
We're already right there. Line only.
Oh, okay.
Is he just cranking those or what?
Kleinis
No, they're
again
running good.
into the 4.
They're fine. 9.
And this is a key game, we said, for Sampson, but also for Shuster at 4-0. That 5-win mark is really where you feel comfortable having your playoff qualification. Obviously, Shuster not thinking in terms of top 4, thinking 1-2 game. That's where they tend to start. But to get that 5th win, knowing that they still have Dropkin left to play the last game, too. The more you can tally up before the final round robin game, the better.
Maybe 8.
Maybe a little overthrow there from Hamilton on the
I think you probably
wide
just guard
side.
it.
Three,
On to the
top 12.
seconds. And for Ethan Sampson, that means Jacob Zeman.
Okay.
And for Team Shuster, it'll be Colin Huffman.
Jake playing the out turn, probably trying
All
to get
there.
to at least
2 in already. T
Where?
back 4.
tight guard, but this is T
We're
back
very
4,
big.
they're saying.
Line's good. It's always straight.
Coming down a lot though. Top
Where?
12. Top 12. Coming down
Trying to
the
come
line.
into top 8.
Line's fine.
Top 8.
Line's really
Top
good.
8 to it.
Line's perfect.
Okay.
Good.
What was the long
It's
one?
up fighting
I
the
missed
8
that
foot.
one. Make it this way and
And what's
roll,
the strategy
probably.
here? Because
9.
so often through the week, you see teams wanting to put guards up to get things going, and they've been content to go right into the house.
This is just a soft start for Team Sampson, playing a little conservative. Against a team of Schuster's caliber, I think they just want to get comfortable.
Yep.
This in-turn double attempt from Huffman really curling early.
Okay, we
You
found
don't
the
want to
place
roll
break.
out.
All right.
Let Sampson have another free look at a draw to replace, and that one does roll out.
Here, if we're just half in, that's perfect.
Like a
Huffman
foot higher is perfect.
has rotated in throughout the last couple of seasons for Team Schuster as
95.
the alternate, giving players some time off when they need it on tour, and again at the World Championships rotated in for a few games too, but now playing the entire week. And I think at this point, after talking with members of Team Schuster about
Roll
the
line.
change,
Got room this time.
as long as they've played together, sometimes it's good to get some new energy in
Girl.
there,
Really coming down.
get the players fired up, trying something
girl.
different a couple of years in advance of the Olympic
Gotta get it over. Yep.
trials season and the Olympics
Yep.
themselves. And they love
right.
Collins
That one
Broom
he just outed
and the
harder.
ability he has,
What?
not just carrying rocks, but holding line, getting rocks to turn over. Most of the top teams in the world have, I guess we'll call it a big broom on the team. And it has such an effect on every shot that they're able to sweep. That's a weapon in this game.
But right now, he's
10.
throwing his second.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. That other. We're going the other way just a little bit. That's fine. Okay with that.
Ends up on the nose.
That's not too slow. Should run fairly straight. Forward. Just 11-5.
So Schuster with shot rock as we move on to the thirds. Coleman Thurston.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Coleman playing the
Close. Close.
intern.
Girl.
Around board
Girl.
weights, maybe
Hard,
control.
girl. Hard.
Trying to get to inside,
Hard.
need to get close to the guard.
Yep. Get it to nose. Yep. Yep.
Roll
Yep.
in.
Yep. 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 Okay.
There's a hair of weight.
Does the hair tighter or ice? I don't want to give you a ton less weight.
Close. Yep. 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 Whoa. 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 Girl. 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 Hard.
Hard, you got
Hard.
it.
Hard. Any roll. Any
Hard.
roll.
Oh, that's fine.
11-8.
That was good. Just got to be really careful early. Not for you guys, for us. It's a lot straighter.
Playing probably control weight.
Yep.
Looking to hit on the outside
Hard.
of this yellow stone and roll
Gotta
away
go.
from the center.
Hard.
It's already getting close to the guard.
Hard. Go.
though.
Keep pushing. Need it. Hard. Whoa.
Ooh, papers by to get to nose. Good sweep there by Huffman. We called him out.
You're not really, you're
Comes
not
up
rolling
big
on the
early.
cover, so yeah.
I think you're almost playing for
Right.
that.
I like that.
Board?
I like board. It's 11-5.
Yeah. We've been seeing it the whole time, so it's also running really straight.
So we move to skip stones.
Yeah, you're gonna roll to like the edge of the 8-foot on Marius' side.
And Ethan
Can't
Sampson.
really roll under, so.
Sampson playing the intern pass as well. They've just been trading hits on this line so far. Ethan's playing a little more weight just to play it safe.
Curl.
Like to
Really
roll
hard curl.
away,
Hard.
but needs to stick
Yep,
around
hard.
first.
Keep going, keep
Hard
going,
on
keep
it.
going, keep going.
Hard on
It's going
it.
to go out, but
Yep.
not stick around.
Okay.
I got 10-5.
So it's got
Jake.
him under center as opposed to
I
make
think
him make
so.
the run.
So free look for Schuster with a guard.
Edge 8. I mean, we could go this way too, I guess, but. Where were you throwing? Where did you throw draw button?
They'll go under the center.
And it just got there, right? We can take just a tiny bit less. Jake was throwing them way in here, and they weren't really curling much. That guard came from middle 8-foot, I guess.
Okay, do you like this turn then?
I mean, this way lets them roll toward our corner. Maybe we should go this way. Edge. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
just
no
if we show
surprise
them
at the
anything,
switch
we're not showing
there.
something on the side, so they roll.
John saying we don't want to throw to the side where
I
we
was
need
thinking
it
05 even to
to
be-
finish in order to
I mean,
not
I've been
leave
getting
them a
like
hit and roll towards the
14-0
corner.
is like a
So
watch
playing
all
around
way
the
to
opposite
T,
side.
so. Yeah, I think it's 5-5-10 even.
Get an early clock here and see what we're getting for speed.
First shot here for John Schuster
Didn't feel heavy.
in this match
Easy
with
though, Colin.
Ethan Sampson.
Lots of room.
Haven't been getting a ton of curl on this line. Don't expect a big
We're
jump.
easy by right now.
Okay. Wait as long as you can.
13-9, right around where
Line's
we've
getting
seen
there
all
easy.
week
Line's
for
getting
T-line.
behind T, guys, right off.
Good.
Right to the lid. Does poke out the other side a little bit.
That one's fine. I got 14 on that, so I like that.
I think just inside the
I got a 14 on that.
Nothing different
I
on
think you
speed.
take a little less.
Okay.
That's what the players have been used to.
He had 14-0 on his. I imagine it's going to be about my LSD. Yeah.
And final shot of the end coming here for Ethan Sampson.
Yeah, I think you can drag a 4-4 there. You like that
Ethan
kind of
doesn't
line?
think he has enough that he wants to play the hack
So,
weight
they
shot.
didn't really go. They just kinda
Looks like they're
came
just going to freeze to
Here's a
that
different path, but
number
it's-
one
they
counter,
have a
try to
bit of
force
space
John to
get you
one.
on this. It's like this turn, so.
Now playing the opposite side turn. Don't really want to move the stone. They just want to settle right on top of it.
The out turn
Line's
coming
good.
from Sampson.
Careful early. Lots of room. Plenty of room.
Trying to freeze to the shot rock for Team Schuster.
Plenty of
Line's
room. Always curl. Okay, clean. Clean.
Line's good.
Straight.
Sweepers like the way
Straight.
a
Yep.
little more
Light
curl on
work
this
there.
side.
Good.
Exact same
3-9,
hog to
3-9.
hog.
Curl it.
Good, Ethan.
And very well done.
Just take.
There is some room.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Just
to get by his
touch the
pretty easy, I
button
think.
for Schuster.
Yeah. Okay. They did have a few run, but they did finish here. So.
Yeah.
And no real danger here.
Touch the 1 foot, Colin.
Any piece of the button will be a second point for Schuster, and gets to throw the exact same shot.
Yes, but
Yeah.
don't
Just a
worry
couple
about
inches more broom.
violence, we have to go to keep it straight. I think so too.
Worked so well twice. Let's go to the clock a third time.
Last stone of the first end. John Schuster trying to draw for two.
I was soft though. I think it's okay. It's heavy if anything, Colin, so be careful.
Sweepers thought maybe came out a little faster.
Okay.
Real easy, Colin.
John
Split
said
the
he was
tee.
soft, so
Colin's rock still.
means he softened the release
I
to
think it
maybe
could be
slow it
Matt even.
down.
13-9.
Right on.
I
Really
agree.
close.
13-9.
We can curl now.
Speed
Will
should
it
be
get there?
perfect.
Judge, boys.
There it is. Great shot by Schuster. Nice read by the sweepers.
And the national champion starts off this match against Ethan Sampson with 2. 2-zip, second and next.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Back at American Dream, draw 5 for the USA Curling Men's National Championships, and reigning title holder John Shuster 2 in the first. And Matt Hamilton will lead off this second end.
I got there.
It's always straight.
And that is the
Can't go.
Gonna overcurl a
skips
little.
deuce for
Doesn't look like
Schuster.
a 4 from here,
That
so it looks like
rollout
it's
from
2-3 even,
Ethan
but-
Sampson is what
you
allowed
guys-
John to play aggressively
Yeah,
for
you
the
can take it
2
tight,
on
take it
those
tight.
last
I
2
don't really care if it's
shots.
not center
Makes a
line.
nice draw to
That's
top
fine,
of the
Matt.
button on his first. Sampson,
miss
all
out
he
of
could
it.
do was, he probably could have dug it out with hack weight if
Wrap
they
it
chose
here.
to.
4-5 is great.
Elected to play the freeze instead, which gave John just a piece of the button for that second point. Made no mistake. 2-4 Team Schuster.
The line's close.
Top 4.
Now Marius Kleinis.
Top 8.
Hold for line.
Top 8. Want to go a little.
Got room.
It's me.
Trying to just tuck it behind that center guard.
Curl.
Yep, I think we got to go.
That
Curl.
one
Whoa,
off the
whoa,
center
never
for
wanna go
Hamilton,
weight.
so
Line's good.
T+. T+.
Sampson
Let it
electing to go around.
Good.
Okay.
4-3.
Goes right to the tee.
Yeah, 4-3.
14-2.
Hamilton following,
Line's good.
playing the
7.
outturn freeze.
8. We got room. No bounce in this line.
9. It's coming down. 7.
Getting better. Stay close.
Stay close. Stay close. 7.
Timed out. Just do it.
Just tiny bump. Tiny bump.
Whoa. Keep the line right where it is.
Settling
That way,
in
Matty,
right
beauty.
on top of that
Yes.
stone. Beautiful shot by Matt Hamilton. Kleinis trying to follow suit once again. Similar shot to what he just threw on his first.
Top 8.
The southpaw
Whoa,
Top
playing
8.
his
Already to it,
intern.
I think. We're to it.
Stay low then.
T.
Room.
We're bumping.
Straight. Straight. Go by it.
We're
Straight.
even with the yellow.
Straight. Yep.
Yep, hard, Jake.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
Seaman
Keep
trying
going.
to
Roll up. Yep.
bounce
yep,
off
yep,
this
yep,
now
yep.
is just a little bit heavy. Don't want to sit next to the other yellow.
Could just go here again.
Building
Alright,
up
here
a
again.
prodigious
They're
pile
just-
of
their line
Diet
two
Dr.
is the
Peppers
only
here in the
issue.
booth right now. As
Could probably throw
Two cans were already located by
This is
my
a half
chair,
round
and
keeper.
Jeremy Zeman, Jake Zeman's father,
I think I
fellow
like
Duluth
this.
Curling Club member, brought a couple bottles over. So
We'll make the cans the yellow stones and the bottles the red stones if we need any demonstrations.
we're well stocked right now. I already had some coffee today too, so you get all kinds of energy from me today.
Fifth stone of the end, and it comes from Colin Huffman.
I got close.
Line's good. Room.
And John
room.
Schuster just seemingly want to
We're there,
stack it
you're
right
out.
on top of the stone he
There,
has
second.
there in the 4.
If you need to go, you can go. Go ahead. Definitely got to go. Hard.
Another outturn
Line's
freeze.
really good, Matt.
Just want to stack on top of the other red.
Beauty.
Pretty good by Huffman. And that control at the top of the forefoot really doesn't matter who's shot rock right now. This early in the end, you just want to control that top. Sampson knows it and thinks they need to clear things up.
Should run nice and straight.
So just run this guard back into the pile?
Just trying to move things around in there with the run back. At the very least, clear it open.
Yep.
Nose would be pretty good.
Yep.
This one really hooking
Clean,
across the face.
straight, Phil. You're good. All right.
Jake Seaman just peels it off.
Might just be here. I think I just like the nose, guys.
Okay.
We roll in here and it maybe locks it in. Right now that's set to go. And I think we're deep enough where they can't really make the double on ours. You can roll a little, but I think this is good. This is even okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Much as we said
10.
with
10.
Rich Ruinen earlier in the tournament, John Schuster,
Yep.
third member of our broadcast crew today. Can really just give him the reins for a while when they're calling their shots.
Yep.
10.
Yep.
And Colin Huffman lets it go, and
Gotta go.
Schuster happy to freeze it to
Touch
that
solid.
Hard.
yellow stone.
Just playing a hit on this back stone right now.
Hard. Right to it. Right to it. Right to it.
Trying to stick on those.
There he goes.
Hit is made.
Shot.
It's tough because I think you always stick 2 of them around.
Felt that if they could get that roll, that they don't have to worry about a double.
Like, this guy roll into here? I think you have to rep
Is
it.
there a shot here for Ethan Sampson?
We're not scoring 2.
Well, he doesn't have any real
You
scoring
might be able to get
opportunities
these
here.
2.
So with 5 shots left, they're thinking blank already now.
Okay.
Thinks if they catch this with enough weight, thin enough, maybe they can get at least 2 out. And then you have 4 more shots to try to clear things afterwards.
Whoa. Yep. 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 All the way out, Ethan. All the way out. All the way out. All the way out.
If that back stone
Really good,
goes,
really
that'd be big for Sampson. Good shot there. That's about all they could do really with the freezes that Team Schuster made above the tee line. No angles to do anything with it. Got to sacrifice your own. Try to play this end out.
Okay. 10.
So back to placing a guard. Here's Chris Plies.
Line's good. It's on the tight edge, though, but that's okay. Now, line's okay.
They want this tight.
Go ahead, then.
You don't want something
Maybe
high
even
enough
curl a
that
little.
Samson
No, just
can
straight.
come
Just
around
straight.
and
Keep
tap
Yep, curl.
and get shot rock. So
Curl,
they need
yep,
this
get
to get to
distance. Hard.
3.
Hard. Go back. All right, good. Good.
Yeah, I'd be pretty tempted to come around now and play
I have
that
half.
stone. Left a pretty
Sure.
good piece in the outside, so plenty of room to make
Do this. That's not bad. Right. Board.
Probably a hack weight somewhere in there for this. Try to get to nose if they can.
Easy. Lead. Curl. 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 Hard curl.
And can Coleman Thurston
Whoa, straight, 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 straight.
create some challenges for Team Schuster here?
Oh, a little error there. Swept to have it curl. A little too effective.
Maybe stick with the same
Ends
turn.
up
I know the other
just
one's better.
herring that guard. Again, worse than if you just wreck it and open it up.
Right to it, guys.
Leaves both in play. It's perfectly thrown. Just a little mismanagement on the sweep. So Schuster will come around that guard now. Play for either steal or force. Chris Plies' second stone.
A little bit bigger ad.
Close.
Out turn to bring it around the
Line's
guard.
good. A lot of room. It should get here, though. Line's good.
Line will get there.
Lock it on. Line's great.
Starting
Timed
to
out
turn
right to
now.
it. I was on the straight side for going, maybe a little, Matt. No. It's absolutely perfect. That way, Chris.
That's really good by Chris. I like this ice surface for Chris's release, the way he throws the rock. He's got a little less rotation than a lot of players in the field. The rock comes a little soft out of his hand. It's still a positive release, but it's not that sudden pop that you see from a lot of the players. And we saw Tab Peterson struggling with that a little bit with the ice straightening out this morning. Chris, with that just gradual positive finish, this type of surface really plays into his game.
Hard!
And Coleman Thurston trying to run that back and
just papers by that back stone. Almost got at least one moving, but
Running really fast.
both
here.
Reds still in the fours.
Running.
I mean, I had 14
so most
to
people
the
watching
button,
will think you want the
Shoot
ice
out,
as consistent
kinda,
as
maybe
possible
slightly
all the
less.
time. So when you said
Guys
this
thinking
ice for
15,
Chris
20?
Bly's throw.
Or 15?
Well, the ice surfaces are different all over the world. You know, the way that rocks run, how much curl you get, how
15
much a
you got.
positive release affects the amount of curl. This is just it's not a surface that has a lot of snap. It's not one that you have to be real positive to make sure that you hold the line. And it's kind of what we see for our Nationals ice basically every year. Maybe a little straighter right now than what we're used to seeing, but you can get away with a little bit of a soft release here.
Okay.
The pop,
Both
that
you
sudden
stay
one that
close.
spins is the one that gets you in a little
Gonna
trouble.
have to curl.
Call it
First
drop
stone here
right
from
now.
John Schuster.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead.
I don't think you have
Go
to.
ahead. Okay, well then. All right.
And deeper than Schuster would have liked. This gives
I don't know if I
Sampson a
killed
good
the
look
size.
at maybe getting all three.
Still throwing it.
Yeah, I think it's still this way though.
Yep.
Peel.
I like Peel.
Right on
Basically
the
hit where I just hit mine.
Yeah.
So I like that's where you had me for.
John
Yeah,
not
dead
happy with
nose.
that one.
That
Let's
should
see
be
if
really close.
I
Ethan
do
Sampson
dead nose
can
sliver high.
get his
Right.
team out of trouble. At the very least, you want to get
Try and make a double. I don't
two
think you can
out.
get the middle one, but
Says
you
they're
can
just
get
trying to get
front and the back one.
two of them
Yes.
out, make the double.
Watch the roll too. You might roll over.
If it does cross, looking to maybe bury under the corner guard too.
Ethan Sampson with the hammer in the second, but this is first of those two stones.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Can he shake up here?
Whoa. Hard on it. Yep. Okay.
And two of them stay in.
Here now. I mean, you could make a run, but like,
Could go here too.
all the way in there. Yeah. I mean, if I'm
Trying
here,
to make
though,
this a
it's even
tough
less-
score for Sampson now. See what John's
I
thinking.
mean, I think that's probably the best spot.
I think it's the best spot. I think the error is probably. I think I could be either direction.
Yeah.
How
You
much
throw
help
these guys the same thing
for
and just
John
throw 'em.
Schuster is it that one rolled?
Yeah.
If he wants to play this
Almost
hit and roll,
behind
this
him.
is by all means.
Kinda, you think?
I don't think I want middle 12. I
Higher
really think
guard,
edge 8
so
just
the
goes
two that are
center
out
line.
there.
I think this will run.
Or
for
no.
us.
Okay.
Well, John's trying to make sure that
Just shy
Sampson
biting
doesn't have a
4 foot
path in.
If it's curling in there, we can go all the way to the top of the button that we're stealing too.
So they're trying to
as
have
well.
this
So, like,
bite
it depends on
top
curl a little bit
fours.
where we want this to stop.
John said if the line is there, then they can go all the way to button. But
Well,
the
it's
toughest
not, though.
score
It's
for
popping. It's
Sampson
probably
is if
first.
this stops in the 8
I'm
foot.
going to try to throw this thing pretty close to what I just threw you. Okay, all right. Short's also fine, you guys.
Schuster throwing to top 8 on that draw path.
Match rock right now.
A little bit early. Line's good. Always straight.
Always straight.
As long as we're not heavy, it's always straight.
You hear John saying always straight.
Hard,
It's
boys.
probably
Always
over curling a
straight.
little bit. Heard him saying 14-2 was probably
Okay,
good.
okay, okay,
14-4, they're sweeping with that tighter path. Trying to get farther in. That's going to be a
I'm every bit
tough
as
draw
happy.
for Sampson to try to score now.
Looks like it dead jams, doesn't it?
I think the one you're hitting doesn't make it out. This one.
He's looking at a possible
You can
triple,
make
but I
those
don't
go.
know that they all go.
I might be able to. If I hit there, it goes. I think just the middle one stays.
If he could make the triple, it is for 2.
I think you can spin these, but
I don't know if he has enough maybe to have the shooter stick
let's see, where are we
around.
hitting this? We got to get this one going into here.
Right
Right at
about
the
here.
handle. Yeah, right at the handle.
And I think this
Right
goes back
there.
to the risk
Right.
reward you've talked about, where if he can draw it in there, really hard for a steal, at least he can just, I mean, hard to get
I like
one,
this.
but at least he can only have a steal. But if he can clear them out,
I'm not sure he has enough of the stone for the shooter to stay anyways, so I would be playing the draw
You might
here.
get
Okay.
the third one too. It's really close to stuff.
It's got to get so close to that guard for the shooter to stay on the paint, so you're accomplishing the same purpose. If you make the triple and roll out, it's the same as if you make the draw for 1. And even from behind up here in the broadcast booth, it looks like you can only see maybe 2/3 of this stone, but playing the triple.
Whoa! Whoa, clean! Whoa! 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 Yep, hard on that. Yep.
And it's going to end up giving up 2.
God, spin.
Not sure that that's the correct call in that spot, but Shuster will steal 2 and take a 4-0 advantage.
so after 2, 4-0 for Team Shuster. And Steve's Curling Supplies, America's #1 curling equipment supplier for over 50 years, is proud to support USA Curling. No matter your skill level or budget, Steve's Curling Supplies have all of the top products from the most popular brands in the sport. Right now, you save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more when you use the code USACurling10 at checkout. Go to stevescurling.com for all your curling needs. Start of the third end with John
Line's
Shuster,
good.
a steal on the second
Line's
of
really
2
nice.
to lead
Double
4-0.
straight.
Weight's really good.
Grinding over now. 14-3 though, it should be good. Should be all deep. Easy.
Now the conservative play, of course, from Shuster with the 4-0 lead. That first stone is going to be thrown in the house every time. Hamilton does so perfectly. And for Sampson, again, down 4, but don't panic. Try to find a 2.
Two.
Line's good.
2. Just clean. 2. 3.
The line's good.
At your feet.
Okay.
I don't think we want to go ever, but
Well,
at the broom already.
looks like it's got to sit.
Yeah, we do.
I'll put the guard here. So to go back to the end of the second end, your thought there, if they draw for the 1 and don't get it, at worst you give up a steal of 1.
That's got to be it.
It's pretty likely that your worst case, as long as he throws a halfway decent draw, is only steal of 1. But just the shot that they played, unless you just really don't want to draw, which the skip should want to,
I know these circles are off, but like
then the triple accomplishes the same purpose, but way tougher shot. And we are getting the biter stick out, I think, with this official timeout to see if that rock's in the house.
Do you ever go to the games back at those old JR?
And this device we talked about earlier, we hadn't seen as of
I
yet.
didn't see that circle
You can
sign
only
there.
do
We probably
this in the
just say it was
first
off. We just wanna
5
make sure
shots
it's
of
not
the
one of those
end to
spots
check to
that's,
see if a
you
rock is in, because Schuster
dude,
will
Draymond's
hit this
just a
stone
clown.
if it's touching.
Isaiah was.
So if this metal bar makes contact with the yellow stone, it is in the rings.
No, he was my favorite role.
And it is off. So that rock will stay where it is. John will play the draw instead.
3 airing on the 4 side.
And you could never do that in the middle or late in the end, where if you're not sure if it's in, ask for a measure. This is only because it affects what shot John would be able to play because of the rules. So you're allowed to check because
Take a look, a little more room.
if it's touching, John will play the hit. If it's not, he's not allowed to.
Line's good though.
Really close. Still tight.
You can curl. Curl if you need to do anything. It's not straight with anything, it's curl, but it timed out all the way here. Maybe a little going to curl? No. It's fine. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I'm just fine with that.
Heard that one quite a few times.
Tapping is probably
Maybe a little.
easier.
No. Yeah, actually, no, do it in the last 5 feet.
Back 8, back 12.
Always stay alert.
All right. I have 14 for that.
Second stone here for Marius Kleinis.
Whoa.
Marius playing
I
the
think we're close.
Whoa.
Back
Curl
8.
then. Curl.
Back 8.
possible split
Whoa.
right now.
Whoa. Straight.
And
Straight.
curling enough to
Weight's
maybe get
good.
to
We're
nose
down.
for the
We're
tap.
down
They
if
like the
anything.
tap more
Yep.
than the come around because of how tight it is.
I think you're good.
Okay, good.
Taps the top 8. Half open. That'll give Huffman a look at maybe the hit
12.
and roll. Colin can't, if he wrecks the corner, he can't take it out of play or that'll go back. So John just playing 12, you heard, like hack weight. That way if they do wreck, it's unlikely it takes the guard
11-5.
out.
Hard!
Hard, Maddie.
Very
Hard,
tight
Matty.
out of hand.
Gotta go, Matty.
Hamilton
12.
trying to hold the line.
Gotta go, Maddie.
It's going to wreck. It's a matter if it moves it out of play or not. Looks like
Would've
it'll
been
go all the
sweet.
way off. So that'll go right back.
See, that's a big mess. Everything goes back.
Okay.
Hey, Matt, get out of there. It's
Yeah.
his call.
We were half.
I think you gotta throw that.
Yeah, that guard
One,
was considerably
1, 2.
closer to the house than that because they had to measure to see if it was on before. So they just moved that rock about 6 inches farther away
they-
from the house.
Well, they had the tap before.
Oh, they tapped. That's right. Yeah. I blacked out for a second. Still think it might be a little bit too far, though. Yeah, agreement in the booth.
Whoa.
Two.
Don't kill it.
2.
Yep.
We're at 1.5. Pretty
Yep.
high.
So now just a higher guard
Whoa,
on that
good.
side,
Whoa,
stacking
We
a
gotta
couple
go.
of
We
corners.
have to go.
Whoa, the one's fine.
Okay, we're
One's
very
fine.
high. We're
Whoa,
very high.
That's fine.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
What's that? Yeah, it's fine. Make sure of this one though.
Needs to finish up to get this off the center line and get a better corner out of it.
What are they doing here?
That'll be just fine. Good shot from Jake Zeman.
I'm okay swinging out of this time.
And Schuster wants to have a go at the run. Maybe try to get all those yellows going now.
How's yours? You're curled a little bit.
And this will be the first stone of the end for Chris Plies.
Chris playing his out turn inside out. Real close
Hard!
to getting
Matt,
a
watch it
whole
roll
bunch of
hard!
granite going.
It's okay. It's fine.
Moves both the yellow guards, the red stays, but the yellow in the house now open.
Never mind this.
Yeah, that's okay. It's that or
That
the
or
hit and
here.
roll. You can also hit and roll onto the guard.
Oh, that.
No. That was my thought. Yeah.
I think they want to move
Control.
the rock on the
I like
center
control.
line with control weight. they can roll under the guard and get a biter, that would be their best result.
Curl.
It's not going to get to
Whoa,
the
straight
inside,
up.
but
No, keep going.
now
Whoa,
maybe
right
can
off.
make the double instead.
Ah,
Yeah, probably need to let that go once,
was I heavy?
or at least try to get that
What was
turn
it?
over a little earlier.
That was a good weight, I thought. Oh, I had 9.6.
We hit. Yeah.
That's not terrible either. It's pretty thin, but I think we want to roll.
Schuster in good shape now with their number one
You
buried.
can even roll all the way here, to be honest.
It is a short run, though, for Sampson. John wants to get another counter in and remove the Yellowstone, so roll over a little bit.
All right. 9-5, boys.
Maybe about 2 feet towards that corner guard.
Lead.
And Chris Plies.
Close, yep. Whoa. Curl. Nah, go ahead. Go ahead, Maddie.
Hamilton
Go ahead.
trying to get this one to dance a little.
That's really good.
That's good enough.
That was
Pretty
a
good
hit
shot. It's all about results, Chris.
You do this,
We're
they're just
artists.
gonna guard.
Then we tap probably.
Same weight.
I'm thinking. I didn't really think we. Okay. What's the weight?
Going on a ride. There
What?
you go.
What's the weight? Okay.
Well, we got a Ferris wheel around here, but that one was a bit of a roller coaster from Chris.
Okay. So I heard 10.6 too, but okay.
Yep.
A second stone for Coleman
Yes!
Thurston.
That short run we
Whoa!
talked about.
Whoa.
Love to get
Whoa.
this right on the nose
Whoa.
if they can.
Good.
Oh, beautiful shot. Really well done by Coleman Thurston.
Might still be the run
I
anyways.
think I like that. Just bang it on the nose.
I mean, well, I don't know about.
That's a
I mean,
big
the only
shot
problem
in
with
this
the run
game
as
right
opposed
now
the
to
pick is
take
the run
control of
that's
the end back
possible that I
again. We'll
could
see
go
what
by and
John's
stay in front of
thinking.
it, or stack it and let it go under here and threes in play. That's why I almost think I maybe prefer this
Do it then. Yeah.
and then play with my last.
I'm down with that.
Okay. So I think we just throw the peel through the pole.
Okay. Peel, right?
John's got enough of this through the hole that he feels like
I
he
think
can
the
just
run
fire
that
peel
just has issues.
and pick it off. He doesn't like the angles of the run.
If I could stuff the run, I could roll the run under the corner, like. What peel? Yeah. If we happen to clip the top one, it's the best they can do.
It doesn't look like a big port, but when you're throwing peel, you're essentially throwing it very close to the line it's going to end up on out of hand.
Yep.
Huffman trying to hold the line to get by.
Clean.
Good sweep.
Nicely done. Good throw by Schuster.
Yeah. That's center line, so what, there?
Yeah, I think so. Seems like we can get him to move a little more.
Yeah.
I think it's a 4-5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ethan Sampson with his first. Just
Top
try and
4.
draw behind that guard at the top.
Yeah, just coming around, try to
we were
replace the other one,
Yeah.
but not leave John a
We're thinking
piece he
4-5.
can
You should be
peel
able to
out.
sweep that there.
See if he can get a 2 out of it. And they want this one all the way back to the button, so if John does play the run back, there's a little more separation. Makes it tougher for him. So just out turn to the top of the lid.
Ethan Sampson off the line.
Room right
And the
now.
out-turn
Room right
draw.
now.
Goal line.
Lots of room. You got to curl.
Zeman in on the clean
Wait
because
on
they
it,
want
curl
this
on
to
it.
turn.
You can curl. Yep.
They have to wait till it starts
Yep.
curling.
Always curl. 4-2.
Weight
Really
should be
hard
there.
curl, guys. You have
Hard.
to carry this. Hard. Come on.
As far as it
Hard. You
goes,
really
yep.
gotta go hard curl.
Yep.
I don't mind
Hard.
going
Yep.
behind the tee now if it means that they
Yep.
bury. There's to the tee line. A little bit of a teaser for Schuster.
I really like if we can move it and be shot. It'd be
Yeah.
great if our I think it will be. I think that's plenty. So, I mean, even if I freeze it, he's got nothing on the other side.
Yeah,
so.
correct.
A little surprised that John's not going after this
Speed
with
was
hack
identical.
weight and
It's
playing
been-
the
that was
freeze
14-3,
instead.
14-2.
Probably figuring that
So.
because the draw
I mean, if the
paths are
line's
taken
really
away
good,
on
we
the
can bump him
opposite
6 inches a
side,
shot. Maybe even 4.
if they play the
The line
freeze
has to
here,
be
there
good.
isn't much of a way in
I'm
for
gonna try to throw the freeze
Sampson
and you
for a
guys
second
finish
point.
You like that, 100? Which is what I
John's
was throwing
throwing
last
to the
time, right?
freeze, but they said sweepers can play for bump if the line's good.
Schuster off the hack.
Little bump.
The out turn.
Okay,
And
line's
now
good.
what do Matt Hamilton and
Real
Colin
easy,
Huffman
Colin.
decide?
Easy.
Looks like plenty of
Line's
weight
good,
here. This
though.
one's still running.
Get ready to.
Easy.
Starting to turn now.
Close. Okay.
Exact
Go
same
then.
speed as
Curl.
Sampson's. They can get inside.
Go.
They can get shot
Go, go,
rock.
Go, 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 go.
Shot.
Still really
Still
good.
really good.
Didn't quite
I
get
can
there
get
for
you.
shot,
Yeah,
but
that's
really
right.
good.
Well,
You got to get past this one, not the guard. Right?
Yeah.
The guard is fine.
Still think it's about there.
Yeah.
You got to be a little closer to the guard to get
Yeah,
by
right,
this.
right. You're right.
It's a fun
You
one
don't
here
need to
for
get
Sampson.
insanely close to get by it, though.
I think that's same way.
Doesn't
4-2.
look like there's a port there, but with how much distance there is between the guard and the rock in the top of the 12-foot, they think
I
they
think we
can
can get it to curl.
Yeah,
come
I
right
think
between
so too.
those and finish all the way to the
They're
side
gonna-
of the button. I think it is there. And this is one that you don't
They're
throw
gonna
to the
have to go
sweeping. You
for
kind of
curl.
lay it out there and let it walk
But-
down with a little slow
Oh, I got
rotation. It
There's a
should
hair
get to
day on
that
that
side of the
thing.
button if the line is right.
Yeah.
So last rock of the third end for Ethan Sampson.
This is the one that I want to throw and get it to walk down with that slow rotation. Especially with my intern.
We'll try an intern draw to bring it
lots of
through this
room.
narrow point and see if he can get 2.
Curl, curl.
Oh, straight, straight.
Yeah, I think the line's
Straight.
pretty
Yep,
close.
straight,
It's
yep,
actually
straight.
curling
Hard
now.
straight.
Straight.
Hard straight.
Straight.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard straight.
Whoa.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh,
now.
gets by.
Heavy, straighter for
Now,
heavy.
will it
straighter
stop?
For heavy, straighter for heavy.
They had to sweep for line. So it ends up being too much weight, but the line ended up being right where they needed to be. Just 1 point, though, for Sampson here in the third.
So with that one, John Schuster still leading 4-1 as we get set for the fourth end. And Warm Room Hero is the intuitive curling club software that takes the stress out of schedules, registrations, and more. Warm Room Hero, a platform built for curlers by curlers. Check out Warm Room Hero at curling.club today. That's Warm Room Hero at curling.club. Back at American Dream, elsewhere, Nicholas Connolly out in front of Rich Ruin in 2-0. Corey Dropkin leading Danny Casper 2-1. And Scott Dunham and Wesley Wendling finishing up their third end. It is 1-1 right now, but here we get started on the fourth end. John Schuster with the hammer, a guard put up by Ethan Sampson.
Good force there from Schuster in the third. Getting hammer back for the fourth end. That's by design. John will play this end in that 0 or 2 mode. Corey Dropkin getting 2 in the third and leading 2-1 over
Line's
Danny
good.
Casper now.
Room down
Big
if you
matchup
can, Chris.
over there
We're
on
out a little
sheet D
further
for
than
the
we've been.
standings.
Want to go for weight.
Yep, line, yep. Gotta go! Hard! 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 Keep going! Gotta keep going, gotta keep going, keep going. Still on line, keep going.
Does touch the guard, but doesn't push it off the center line, so that will stay where it's at.
So, come here.
Where are we going? Okay. Yeah. I feel like we're
Looks
there.
huge.
Second stone
Top
here
four.
for Marius
Yeah, back
Kleinis.
four.
Whoa, it's always straight.
We're all there.
Always straight.
We're all there.
It's never curl.
T back
You're
four.
not in
Oh, you can get
all-out
off the
steal
goal line.
mode
We're
yet
T.
for Sampson.
Oh,
Down
off.
3 without in the
Off,
We're already
fourth.
back four.
Off,
But
off,
you're
off,
definitely playing very aggressively at it. If you do get a force, it's not
Hey.
the worst thing.
All right, Matty, make her good.
And now Matt
4
Hamilton for a second shot. At the end of that first one, John Shuster pulled him aside and said, hey, I gave you way more ice than maybe you were expecting.
They were talking about expecting that to over curl. My guess is because they think that rock is a bit of a cutter. If they're taking that much stick and they're seeing that Matt's, because the first couple ends, all of Matt's draws
Close on line.
over curled. So John's
Okay,
giving
last
him a
good.
little
7.
bit more broom with
Always
that
straight,
stone
though.
and just
Got
talking
it.
about why they're putting the broom where they're
Gotta
at.
go.
It wasn't
Okay,
a call
line's
to
okay.
the principal's
Line's okay.
office.
Close to
It
it.
was all about how we're going to broom
Close
for
to it.
this
Right
stone.
off, right off. Time don't heavy, guys. Right off, right off.
I don't think it's heavy.
And as we mentioned before, if there are rocks, not every rock runs the same way.
Matty.
If there are certain ones that run differently than the rest of the set,
Top
especially
four.
ones that curl more or slower, then it goes to a front end player, and that usually ends up being the lead. They just have to make the most of it, but you discuss that with the player about how you're going to broom for that particular rock.
Now, Jake Zeman with his first
Top
stone of
line.
his fourth end after Matt
Wait
Hamilton
only right now.
tucked his right onto the button
How
between
big? Really gotta go.
Your
the
line's
two
good.
Sampson stones.
Gotta go.
Line's really good. Whoa, room.
Nice line
Girl.
here for Jake. Sweepers think it needs to go, though.
Wait, it's good.
4-9, yep.
Oh, let's just do it.
Can't hurt it, keep going, yep. Yep. Good.
Really good.
Settles
Perfect.
right up to it for a freeze.
We just go straight off. You could also that.
Yeah.
I think we just go straight off.
Why more comfortable with the straight peel than the run back?
They're just playing a little more conservative. The run, you could probably get all those rocks moving in the
Whoa.
house, but you could also just stick it
Whoa.
straight in, and then Sampson would be sitting
Think
shot
about
rock
trying to
under
get
cover.
sneaky and get that one. That's all.
So for
Just
now,
run it
they're
out.
just going to clear it open. Maybe later in
guard
the
here.
end, third stones, Chris Plies might take a go at that to try to get all those rocks moving. But right now, Schuster shot rock. Sampson's second. If you play that run again, nose, and it sticks, now all of a sudden Sampson's shot and maybe undercover. So just playing a little more conservative for now before they take a run. Maybe at that run back later.
One. You can go a little bit.
Second stone
One.
from Jake Zeman.
1.5.
Your line's good.
Softer handle here.
We're over.
Keep going, yep. Get it deeper. Okay, whoa. Let it sit. Let it
Trying
sit.
to put the guard, but not too
Good.
tight. And there you go.
A good 1.5 guard. Schuster will just play the same one. You're not going to run one that's that high in this situation, so just a peel.
Lead. Yep. Lead. Start on.
That's the strength in Huffman's game, too. Just running rocks here. Nice,
5,
simple execution for Team
can
Schuster
put it
right
back.
now, and that's the advantage of having the lead early.
2 here. Seems faster than all of our other
Wes
games.
Wendling with a steal of 2 in the third end,
Right.
leading 3-1 over Scott Dunham now. Could be a interesting game for the standings as well.
Both of those teams 2-2.
Pretty good ad. Pretty good ad.
Line's
And now
good.
Coleman Thurston.
Out there, guys.
Whole line.
Right off if
Running.
we're heavy.
He was in
Gonna
line
have
in
to
front of me
curl.
for coffee yesterday.
If we're heavy, bring it all the way to it.
Curl.
Curlers are coffee drinkers, no question,
Curl.
especially in a tournament
Easy.
like this where
Whoa.
so many games you
Whoa.
have to play.
Good.
A little bump of energy isn't a bad thing.
I mean, we could throw one here too, but I think it's still just peel. It's lined up pretty good back here, so.
Yeah, it's still a little early to do anything but peel. You still have 3 rocks left. And again, you don't want to be the one to move those stones around if you don't have to. Let your opponent be the one to change the angles. With the lead.
Whoa, curl. Whoa. Whoa, maybe we'll get to scrape this thing or something. I think it's really too thin. I want Chris to come down here and talk to me right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we guard until Ethan's and then try to get cute. So.
John calling Chris Plies now.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably talking about what they want to do on this next one, if they want to peel one more time, or if they want to draw in, try to get another counter.
You could hear the discussion there with Team Sampson. Let's continue to
Hold on,
guard
you got
until
more room
Ethan's.
this time.
Yeah,
Little more
I
room,
agree with
more
that
room.
for Sampson.
Curl.
Curl.
Hard.
Keep curling it. You gotta go.
Hard, you gotta get back. Help him out.
Both now. Yep. Yep. Go, go, go.
Never
yep.
off. Never
really
off.
hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Just keep peeling, but like right now, if they hit what they can see here, like I think this just was screaming out of here, and they're just sitting shot under here. So
Yeah, I think it just peel.
just keep peeling, and I mean,
And if we can,
One
Like
under
it's there,
curls a
just
little
throw
bit, so
another
changes.
but yeah, same thing. I mean, if
Angle
they
a
happen to
little.
throw another guard right now, I think we maybe
Does that
just
underthrow
draw with my next one, right? With my first.
create a different
So I
option
think
for
we're peeling
John?
and letting them play in here right now.
Yeah, they're talking about it now.
That's fine. I think it's the safest way to guarantee we score here.
They're still waiting to come in with another one, just going to peel still.
you take that for a second. What's that? These mic packs are just heavy. I need a belt, is what I need. No. I don't wear belts.
A little discussion with Hamilton
belts in real
Plies
life.
about the shot, about exactly when they're coming in, where they're going to, and
Once
if
we're
it
on a piece, I think
would
we
be
take
smarter to do
try
it
and get rid of
now.
that red, too.
I think if that was a
Yeah.
dead guard covering the ones on the center line where they couldn't see any of it, maybe they'd play the draw. Instead, that little bit of stagger,
Whoa, whoa,
if those open, Sampson could actually play into those 2 rocks.
whoa. Maybe. It's all right.
Almost
It's-
chips the
it's-
red in. Does open up the draw path on that side.
I think you can take same.
Yeah. If anything,
that's-
I dead
that's
guard
good
it,
for
it's not the end
Shuster.
of the world.
That
Right.
corner being out of play now, both sides are open to the side of the button if they do end up drawing for a second point.
Showing half on that side is really good. Yes. Just touching.
The ones
this
ahead,
side
Ethan
of it.
Sampson.
Yeah. If you're just not biting center, that's perfectly fine. Like, edge of the rock touching the left line.
His first of 2 here in the 4th end. Edge of the rock just touching, he says.
And they want to show, basically just like they did, a little on the inside.
Good ad.
Line's good.
In-turn draw. Can he
Yeah.
get it where he wants it?
This is smart by
Hey, line's
Sampson,
good.
knowing that if he leaves a piece open on that side, then it's really hard for John
Curl.
to throw one
Curl.
Whoa!
in a spot
whoa,
where they
whoa.
can't get to
Just
either
clean,
one.
just clean.
Either
Okay, a little
tapping
bit.
their own
Whoa,
stone
little bit.
or
Curl,
Yep.
curl, 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 curl,
hitting
curl.
the one
Yes,
that John
yes, yes.
throws. That's right where they wanted to leave it.
Like, I
It's a
think
really
right
good
there,
spot.
like, is it Zen R Rock coming in?
Pretty good spot. I think anywhere
Shuster
on that
now
line is
talking
good.
guard.
Right, just so he can't get here, but I don't want to be able to run this though. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. He runs this. That's our only thing. That's because if I guard this and then he rolls a tiny bit this way, and all of a sudden the draw might be trickier too. And if that goes out the other side,
Yeah.
it's just.
What about just like right up here then?
I mean, yeah, either place is good. I think it's just short of it or just past it, making sure we're covering the edges.
Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, that's the draw we were throwing to go.
So the rationale here for Schuster,
Was that all the way across? Not
throwing the
quite, right?
guard,
not quite.
Because if they throw
I think that's
into
good
the
for
house and try to
splitting.
get a counter now,
Or does that not quite get there?
I think
Sampson
this
can
is probably
play
a
their
little
own
closer
stone
down.
Okay, all right.
into Schuster's number 1. If they guard, they don't want it sitting next to the other
Gotta
one
make
because
whatever
then
run
Sampson
this
can
is
play
that
the
you might
run
have to play
in
harder.
to get count.
No, we're
So
trying
they wanna
go
stagger
past
the
it so we
guard
can't
so
run
there's
this
no
one, but
run
also
in.
can't run this one. So we go,
And then Ethan
I
doesn't
mean,
really have a shot
biting
to
is
get in
think,
for
I think
count.
it's a biter is where we're going. So
And Schuster could still
I
draw
threw
the
this
side of
two
the
ends ago,
button
right?
for their
So-
second point on his last.
all right.
Comes off the hack. Out turn, and he said he
I think
wants a
it's light,
biter.
though.
Where are we at? 5? Okay, yep.
How does that thing curling?
Okay.
Need to get by on this line. Now it's a 3, which
Always
is right
straight,
next to the
always
other
straight.
stone.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They do want to stagger, but they
Overcurling.
don't want to over curl.
Okay.
Yeah, turn top.
That's close
weight
to
can I
maybe
get there
being
with it?
able to come around and
I
tap
think
it
if
for
you, I think you
Sampson.
can get there with back line. I mean, you have to get there with back line.
I
Right?
think I almost have to make it with hack.
If you like chip off it, that's pretty good.
Yeah, like the play is to do this
Right.
and get to there.
It might be overburied, to be honest.
I think it is a problem.
And we've seen how we make these curls, so
You think I can get there with hack?
close enough. If it's dead buried, that's fine. If it's overburied, it's
So they
Yeah,
just
'cause
want
if
to
I
figure out
chip-
what weight they
chip the
can
guard,
throw
it's
to
not the
move
end
that
of the world,
red
but-
out of count and sit shot rock. Had Schuster's curled a
Like-
little more, they could play some weight at it
He's
and
just
actually
gonna rip
lose
it.
that stone, maybe with some drag and sit 2. As it is, they
There
can't
with
throw
hack.
enough weight to
I
do
like
that,
this
so
with
they
hack.
just want to chip this with
yeah,
hack weight.
Well, the shooter will be rolling.
You
off
just
no
got to
matter
get it
what.
Shooter
so it's
rolling
just not
away,
full
so there's no
forefoot is
in
all it
off.
is.
Yep. I think it's
And
hack.
sit 1 under those staggered guards, and then Schuster would be forced to draw
Be
for
a
1
sliver
point.
more. This is it. No, this will curl. Yeah. Hack. As soon as we're by the guard, you're probably going for curl, because you got to hit almost as much as you can. Yeah, it's like just dead buried.
You need to move that rock a couple of feet to get shot.
So last moment discussion before he throws this rock with his sweepers. And now Ethan Sampson, his last rock of the 4th end. And try and limit what John Shuster can do with the hammer.
Whoa, then.
Clean.
Close. Clean. Whoa.
Curl. Curl.
This is really close.
Curl.
Zeman's been able to
got
get
it.
these moving.
Hard, you got it. Hard, you got it. Hard.
Did it move it far enough for shot? That's really close.
I think we got to go this way now, though.
Now it just
so
looks
that we
like
can
red
do
is
that
still
one.
shot. So
We just gotta
close.
make
Just
sure we have
needed to
enough to
get
get by
that
it.
curling a hair more.
I mean, I get nervous with it because of what my last one did, but I think
Players seem to
I
think
think
it's
it's
still
okay.
really close, which tells
I
you
think we
about
even
the
a little more, I
overhead
wouldn't
still
mind.
being a little skewed.
Yeah. I think I'm a little more positive.
And that's
in
not
how
individual to
I
this
think run better.
broadcast, folks. That's curling every game you
I
watch
think we do need
with
some
an
heavy
overhead view.
cleanage early. Yeah.
It makes it that amazing that I've gotten so many measurement calls right. You know, I don't
We
get
just
any
can't
help
get
from
all
you.
the way to their.
It's
You
incredible.
can't touch their yellow is the problem. What was my last one? Okay, it was a dead soft one. I think I can throw you a natural oak, and I think it's gonna be good. Okay.
Schuster needs to touch the button for a point, maybe 2.
And John Schuster's last rock
Big
of the
bump,
4th
though.
end. An
It was
out
big
turn
enough.
draw. Will it be for 1 or 2?
Line's good. It's gonna have to curl. It's got to curl.
Hit the T line. Worry about nothing else. Curl, if anything.
Got to curl.
It's the turnover a
on,
little bit.
Colin!
Actually left it
Push!
short, maybe.
Out of way.
Oh, Colin finishes it up. So that's at least 1. And they are calling 2. So the overhead is correct this time.
3rd time in 4 ends that John Schuster puts up 2 and leads 6-1 as we get ready for the 5th. Back at American Dream, as Matt Hamilton has played his first stone of the fifth end, with John Schuster's team leading over Ethan Sampson 6-1.
Corey dropped with a steal of 3 to go up 5-1 on Danny Casper. 5-1 Dropkin leads over Casper after that steal of 3 in the fourth. Nick Connolly stealing 2 in the fourth end to go up 4-0 on Rich Ruinen. Wes Wendling still leading 3-1 over Scott Dunham.
Okay, I did.
Roll line.
Haven't thrown over here.
Dunham looking maybe for a
Line
crooked
good.
number here in the fourth end.
Room.
At your broom. At your broom. 3. We gotta sit a hair.
Whoa.
We gotta sit. We gotta sit.
Five.
And here,
Should
Marius
sit.
Kleinis.
Good, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
All right.
Good.
Like
Looking to
this way,
place
though,
the
Matt.
dart, and they do.
Stops just short of the
I
rings.
think you can give us that same, like it's 14 here, so.
Hamilton will be coming around this stone that they just threw. And that stone that
Line's a
they've
little
talked
tight.
about as a slow stone, a bit of a cutter, again stops in the top of the 12-foot for Matt.
Go ahead.
Just watch for me.
Gotta go, Chris. Gotta go. You got a chance. Gotta go, though. Good scrub. I got it. I got to hear him, buddy. Great scrub. That away.
Good sweep there by Plies and Huffman.
2 feet more.
It's all the way around to the top of the 8-foot. Sampson down by 5, gonna need some clutter. A couple of guards in play if they can.
Yeah.
Line's close.
Second stone
Same
for Marius
way.
Kleinis.
Yep.
Same way.
Yep.
We're a guard. I
Line's
think.
good.
We're a
Close.
guard. Oh. We're like even max.
Right here. Right here.
We're half in.
Oh. Yep. Then. Yep.
Really don't want to just have a biter open. That's what it's going to be. It's an easy decision for Schuster to clear that stone.
What turn you like here? Okay.
Yeah, nose ain't bad.
10. Nah, normal. No, nose. I mean, nose is fine too. That's good too, though. One or the other.
What's the weight call? Okay.
Colin Huffman delivering the third stone at the end for Team Schuster.
Normal. Clean. Whoa. Curl. Curl. Got a curl. Whoa.
John was hoping that he could get this one
Bump it out. It's fine. Good.
across the face, but
Do it.
leaves it for a tight corner.
Scott Dunham ended up with 2
Good John.
in that fourth end, Tyler, so 3-3 between
Like a 4-7.
Dunham and Wendling.
I think Wendling dodged a little bit of a bullet to not give up more than that. Probably happy to be tied with Hammer.
Close.
Feels all
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Top
Yep.
8.
Yep.
Line only.
Top 8.
Weight's good.
Top 4.
Jake Zeman. He went from top
Whoa.
8 and then to top 4.
And this is
Oh,
all
on the
over the
red.
guard too.
We're top
Curl.
8.
Curl.
Should be tapping the red right now.
Whoa. Okay.
He's going a little haywire for Team Sampson right now. Schuster's team really putting the pressure on and executing very well.
It might go through here. It
This
goes
is
under
usually
this.
right around the point in the tournament where you see Schuster start to ramp
I mean, you
things
can also.
up.
You just want to throw another draw in here, or
Problem
what?
is if
They
we
got
can
work
make
to
the
do
hit
here,
and roll,
obviously, so I don't love it.
Takes us a while to get rid of them, I guess. You know?
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't want to be here. It's got to be here or even here.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I mean, there's
Say later
don't
on
know.
it could be good for them.
like that.
Okay, yeah. Agreed.
Some discussions with Team Sampson, a little bit of second guessing there, or hindsight being 20/20, you could say, is Colin Hoffman.
93.
Huffman with his
7.
Second stone to the end.
6, 7. Easy.
Considered a
Close.
guard for a minute there,
Line
but
only.
Yeah, and I was going to ask why
Line
not.
only.
they're up by 5, and
Time
they
to
don't want to
like
give
that.
Sampson
Straight.
anything they can use.
Whoa.
So just throwing
Oh,
another
we're
one in
up
the
by the
house
second one.
instead.
I was trying to. No,
Fine.
That's fine. That's an okay
Looks
spot.
off.
Good.
That's a pretty good spot, though.
I like the top
You
better.
gotta move these two, I think.
Yeah, I like that.
If you can spin down, it's really nice.
We need at least firm.
I was thinking firm. I want to make sure they go.
So no choice, even with the 5-point deficit, for Sampson
Third.
trying to get
Pick third.
a few of these moving, change some angles around, open up the scoring area. He said if he could get this off the back of that red that's behind the corner guard, maybe he could spin it under. That would be a big bonus.
Wait, good.
Close. Yep.
Let's see what Jake Zeman can do here.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay.
And too thin and
That's
ends up
better,
just
though.
moving the one. Does clear out the draw path to go under the corners on the positive side.
Might just be back, I think. I mean, it'd be nice to be just a shiver deeper than that, maybe. Because then they roll in here with this. I think we're just dead even here.
Schuster thinking a couple shots ahead again here. Wants to make sure that the shooter is at least even up with the rock under the corners. Because if they do play that same shot, roll under, it's a really short run back on those yellow stones for anything under the corner guards.
It's Chris Plies.
Plenty of room. Lots of room right now.
Intern and
Looks heavy. I know. I'm just trying to let it grind here. It's coming down now. It's got to curl a bunch. Whoa, whoa. I like that height a lot, actually. That away. Good. That'll work.
Not too bad from Plies. Sampson trying to get that hit and
I
roll
like
under the
normal.
corner now.
Normal. I like this third still.
Okay.
Playing normal to get a little deeper roll so that run maybe is a little bit harder. All depends on how they line it up. So it could be just yellow-red right into this roll with those corners.
Yep.
and Coleman
Yep.
Thurston.
Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope, no roll. Okay.
light
Overcurls
or
does
not
not
enough
get the
light?
roll, but
Straight off's fine by me.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know that staying does us anything better than, I mean, we could try this, but you like just straight off?
simplifying things, just playing the peel here for Schuster. Still be sitting 3 anyways.
What was the other option he seemed to be talking about?
Well, they're trying to figure out if staying helped, if they rolled to the
Lead.
wide side to avoid backing but kept it in. That might give Sampson
Lead.
something they can use. Maybe if
Lead.
they tap
Lead.
John's
No
back
roll,
or play a
Matt. Let's
freeze,
see where it is.
they don't have
Here
the
it is.
outside of the stone.
I was trying to sneaky stay in front, and we did too.
Don't know that that really matters much where it's at.
Okay.
Any draw that Sampson plays under the corners is going to outcount that stone no matter where they left it.
Second stone of the end for Coleman Thurston.
Yep.
Stay close.
Yep.
Straight. Straight.
You're going to ignore those counters on the other side for now and trying to get under the guard.
Hard straight.
Deal with those later. But this is
Yep.
curling hard already again
Whoa,
too.
curl.
You're never making this.
Curl. Curl.
Never
curl.
even there. Never close.
That's fine.
Yeah,
just
the
keep
wind's
going,
just
keep
kind of
going,
out
keep
of the
going.
sails for Team Sampson right now.
Okay.
Just cut that off. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of think just edge on edge,
Yeah, I mean,
so that if he wants to play this role, we have this.
right. So, I'd hate to leave him the roll. So even if we bury a third kind of
Yep.
thing. Wish I was paying closer attention. I think that's got to be close.
'Kay.
You like that or no?
Yeah, I think you could maybe take an inch more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine sitting wide open there too.
Yeah.
The shot's just to take away that draw path. Schuster throwing the
Try to just go
in-turn.
edge on edge, sit about right there.
Top
You heard
8,
edge
guys.
on edge, top 8. It's meaning the edge of their
Not trying
rock
to
they're
be-
throwing now basically being
You got a better idea?
even up with
Okay,
the
what
edge
is
of
it?
the corner
Hurry up.
guards.
So you've said before, what's the objective of the end? So right now for John Schuster, what's his objective in this end?
Force is the objective. There
Okay.
isn't a good steal
but they're
setup.
gonna be
There's
lying
nothing in the
too.
center of the sheet.
If they go corner freeze this. We're keeping it up, so. All right. 95-4?
You can end up getting a cheap steal out of it, but you're only playing to force at worst.
Soft, though.
Top 8 foot. Top 8 foot's your number. Always straight right now.
The only thing
All
you
you
don't
guys-
want to do is come
Right to my
deeper
brim
than
here.
top 8 and leave a freeze.
Right here.
Probably curl
So
if
just
anything,
throwing
but
at the top 8.
Right here. Really nice. Good shot.
There's really no way to get shot off that stone except for a double that would leave it wide open.
Jesus, guys.
Well, not if you get far enough.
That just makes it worse.
Schuster squad going on all cylinders right
You
now.
just gotta like put it here.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, whatever. I mean, or you can just freeze. Like,
Yeah, I could go here.
that
Then
makes
what
his
does he
life
do?
tougher.
What does he do? Guard?
He has to make some sort of play. I think that's easier. This is way easier. Even if you punch this, you're probably fine.
Yeah, if I get here, it's pretty good.
So, I like that.
I like that.
I think it's a 4-5 probably.
So
It's
Sampson just
still really
trying to
good.
manufacture a 2 somehow with
That's
where
close.
these rocks are
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
And I
They
think
prefer
that
to bump it too much. But
Yeah, I think bumping
either
him in
freeze
is
or
about as far as you want to
tiny
bump
little
it.
tap on this number 1
Okay,
counter
I like it.
gives them the best chance. Essentially, dead freeze, I think, is their best option. You're going to need a miss one way or
Look to
another
the
anyways.
They're like top 8. I Coleman's looked weird too, so I just don't know.
So first stone of the 5th end for Ethan Sampson
Yeah, like round
to
4
set
or
the
5,
stage for
and
the
that
final
haircut,
rocks
that
from
is
these
okay,
two
I think.
skips, with Schuster leading 6-1.
Okay.
Sampson off the hack and an in-turn.
Close straight, straight. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Just top 8.
Just trying to get
Got
to
a curl now.
freeze.
Line's good.
Curl.
Curl.
Needs to go.
Curl.
Curl. 4-8. Curl.
Hard.
Curl. Hard.
Really
Hard,
getting
right
carried to
there.
outcount these other
Right
stones.
there.
Perfect line. Nice shot.
They just rip it off. Good sweep.
I mean, nose anywhere high.
Almost got close enough to nose where it
This
makes
should
the
run pretty good.
peel
Yep,
out a
right
little
down the street.
tougher, but
Agreed.
the angle that it's sitting on, Schuster can get this to go pretty easily. Basically just firing right at the pocket of those two. John's not concerned at all about how many of his own he loses here. This is all about making sure the yellow goes, get in the force.
Now John Schuster. His final stone of the 5th.
Clean.
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 Whoa.
And can he
Whoa.
limit Ethan
Clean.
Sampson to just 1?
Easily made from John, not a problem. Sampson going to play the same
just
path
same
they
ice.
just played.
Yeah, that weight's close.
Yeah.
Mind
Should be a little
taking an
warmer here now.
inch or 2 more broom just to make sure you still have the 4 foot.
Yeah. Gonna
Get
give
the
you
old
pretty
rock
much the
clock
same.
going for this final draw as well.
Yeah, it was maybe a hair more poppy, but nothing crazy. I'll let you know.
So last rock for Ethan Sampson to try and cut the deficit to 4. We'll have to regroup for the remaining ends.
Less sad. Felt like a bigger kick.
Line's good. Line's really good.
Sweepers on it
Line's
early.
right.
Good. Always straight.
Line's
Line
good.
not an issue here.
Weight only. Line's great. Yep, you gotta go.
14-8.
Keep going, keep going.
Definitely
keep going.
needs to
Hard.
go.
Hard,
Can't
come
hurt
on,
this
you got
one.
it. Hard. Hard.
Just a
Doesn't
hair
get there.
short. One it is for Shuster.
So another steal for John Shuster. He stole for 2 in the second, 1 here in the 5th, and goes up 7-1 after 5 ends. And it is time for the mid-game break, brought to you by Broom Fitters, where you'll find a full selection of curling broom shoes and equipment, along with unique curling apparel, gifts, and more. Visit broomfitters.com for good curling gear. Back at American Dream in East Rutherford, New Jersey, heading to the 6th end for John Shuster and Ethan Sampson. Shuster up 7-1 after a steal of 1 in the 5th. Elsewhere, 1 for Danny Casper in the 5th. But Corey Dropkin with the hammer, leading 5-2 is there in the 6th end. Nicholas Connolly looking for his first win against a winless Rich Ruonen, and Connolly leading 4-2. And it is Wesley Wendling leading 5-3 over Scott Dunham after 2 in the 5th. But John Shuster in control, looking to go to 5-0 in this 2024 USA Curling Men's National Championship. 2018 Olympic gold medal winner Tyler George, along with Joe Tollison. Glad you've joined us. Our first look on the feature sheet here Tyler, for John Shuster, but you've been able to catch stuff out of the corner of your eye throughout the week.
Yeah, this is like Groundhog Day for Shuster. We were just talking here in the broadcast booth about our record in round robin play in nationals and world championships. It always took a few games for the team to get going, but once they hit their stride, you know, same as when I was with the team, then it's guns a-blazing. And this is right about the time when you expect to see that maybe B+, A- game from John. The real top gear maybe still to come, but it just seems to be like clockwork that once they get past the midpoint of the round robin in a nationals and a worlds, you see the best of that team. And you know, with Sampson's squad, it's not that they're playing really poorly, but the small mistakes are magnified so much when you're playing against a team of Schuster's caliber that has all systems go. And you really have to be at your best to play with John when they get into this mode.
And Matt Hamilton leads off the 6th end.
Squared up button.
Well, drawn to the button. I was going to say 2018 Olympics, perfect case of that.
Yeah, that was exactly what we did in the 3 worlds prior to that too. I think we figured out that we were either 2-2 or 2-3 after the first 4 or 5 games of the round robin in all 3 worlds, and then over the last 6 games in 3 years combined in that world's round robin, we were 17-1. So it's not something that's unexpected for these teams, and the Olympics was kind of the same thing, even a worse start than what we'd had in the worlds, and still rallied from it. But just something about when they get that rhythm going, the confidence, the ability to get comfortable in the ice surface in these long tournaments. Extremely difficult team to beat at this point.
The guard placed by Marius Kleinis. It is right on the center line.
Lots of room, Chris, you're out. Maybe 7. Okay, right off then. It's trying. It's got a lot of curling to do.
You can go. You can go.
Colin, you can go. 15, 14, 5. Let's go.
Huffman trying to get this to
keep pushing. Keep going.
Turn over. Here's where they love throwing Colin out there. Get that rock to finish.
All right.
The result out there that really is raising an eyebrow would be Wendling. If they can get that victory over Dunham and get to 3-2, having already played a few of the top teams, all of a sudden that position for the 4th playoff spot, Sampson would drop to 2-3. Wendling in great position to maybe sneak their way into that Final 4.
Yeah, Wendling's losses to Sampson and draw 1.
Back 8, back 12. We're very big.
And falling.
I don't even want to go, but we're to your
their last time out to Corey Dropkin.
Curl if you can. A lot. Curl if you can.
To your broom. Yeah, you can curl.
To your broom.
Yep.
This one going by for Kleinis, just struggling a little bit right now.
You guys want to go all the way to it?
Good kick. I think you just kill it.
We just got it, yeah.
I'd be kind of surprised if they didn't just
Sold
kill it,
out,
period,
12.
here. Yeah, no reason to leave it back there. Pretty good piece showing for Colin Huffman.
Yep.
Colin Huffman to kill off that stone from Marius Kleinis.
Heard solid hack the call from Schuster. They don't really care about leaving this one in the rings. If it does, they're fine with it, but they want to roll away a little bit. That's good from Huffman. No problem at all. Sampson just trying to manufacture anything they can to get some momentum going.
Now Jake Zeman.
Wind's close. Top 12. Or top 8, top 4.
With
top 4
Ethan
ready,
Sampson
top 4.
trailing 7-1 in this 6th inning.
Yeah, we can go. Top 8.
Full line. Room. Top 4. 4-4. Still curl.
It's gotta sit a hair.
Klein is
bounce.
carving
Hair,
this
we have to
over.
hair.
Like to get to a
No bounce.
freeze if they can.
Good. Really
And they
good.
do.
Good shot by Jake Zeman.
Just this, right?
A little bit
Yeah.
of a nudge for some
We don't have to,
separation
I'm just
between those
saying.
two.
Just straight off.
Up 6, I think. it's
Schuster immediately getting up to peel the guard. 6-point lead. Huffman makes
Yep.
this clear. They get 4 more shots to
Clean.
try to clear as much as
Clean.
they can out of play.
Clean,
Not
you
playing
clean
for a
it.
steal, just playing to clear things out.
Guard it up. Yep, just the 2.
You can show a little piece of this side.
Just the 2 here. Yeah.
Zeman replacing the guard, trying to make Schuster waste a rock or two before they go into the house again.
Two.
You have room.
2. 2.5, 3. 3. 2.5.
Close. Be ready to curl.
Curl, yep.
Whoa.
Right at your broom.
Klein
Weights
is
right at your
turning it
broom.
over.
Clean.
Only 2.5, 3,
Clean.
so
Yes,
Okay.
clean.
fairly tight guard.
Good.
No real chance of
Good pair, Jake.
Schuster running it in and trying to get too fancy. Just an easy clear again for Plies on the outturned side.
And Chris Plies.
Clean. Easy.
These are nice
Girl, go a
ends
little
for
bit.
team
It's
with
fine, I
the
think
lead
so.
too in a long tournament where just throwing peels, not a lot of sweeping going on, almost a bit of a rest for the team. So you earn that with that big lead. Save some sweeps, save some energy. The only game of the day, almost like a half day off for Schuster.
Yeah.
Getting that big lead early, and so much of it now is just going through the motions of making the peels. Get a good dinner in, get a good night's
Full line.
rest.
Line's good. Line's good.
Coming into the big day tomorrow.
So come
Gonna
back and
have
play
to
2
curl.
tomorrow.
Curl.
It's almost that feeling now with in games like
going.
these for Marvel
Line's
fans
going.
good.
of
Keep
Thanos.
going.
This is the
Yep.
inevitable feeling.
Yep. Okay,
Whoa.
that's good. Good.
Another guard for Chris Plies to peel away. And you mentioned tomorrow the big day. John Schuster will start off at 9 a.m. Eastern against Wesley Wendling and finish off at 7 o'clock Eastern with us here on the feature sheet against Corey Dropkin.
And for Wendling, that's
Hard.
as far as the men's circuit goes. Obviously,
Good.
their junior games are the big ones for them, but probably the biggest men's game they've played in their lives. The 3-2 record
You gotta
playing
do
against
this.
the Olympic squad, the
Okay.
defending champions,
You mean you keep guarding is just gonna do
to
that?
possibly
it's gone.
get to
so
4-2
Right. Okay.
and put themselves in playoff position.
Back line.
back
And it's
eight,
a
back
great
12.
spot for
Hey,
Team Wendling
just
too.
wanna
and-
tap it
and
like top
after
4.
playing with them in the Duluth Cash a couple weeks ago, we talked
I have
about
no idea what that meant.
this is the fun part of curling for them because nothing's expected of them
Right.
here at the men's.
Right, yeah.
Anything they do is a bonus. They talked about it as a prep tournament for Junior Worlds. But that's the big opportunity when there are no expectations to shock the world. Have some fun with it. You know, soak in the atmosphere.
Curl.
Curl.
Curl. That's huge.
Whoa.
You never
Curl.
know. You play
Straight.
loose in situations like that,
Go
good things
by
happen.
it.
Straight.
Coleman Thurston's
buy it.
second of
Too
this
late.
6th end.
Curl.
Straight.
Too late. Too late. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Over curls and Rex on the red rock in the top of the
Hey.
house. Spins into the side of the 8-foot.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a chance to talk to him. We have to think
Still
for
just
for guys on that team with Wendling. I mean, they grew up probably idolizing John Shuster.
In theory.
Like, that's who I want to be in
You don't
curling.
roll too far.
Yeah, for those of us in that previous generation, you know, that it's similar to when we would play against the Pete Fensons and the Craig Browns of the world that we'd been watching play forever. And you know, even Tim Somerville, I remember playing against him when I was 17 and being terrified. Some intimidating guys, but
pretty much unless you get it by, it's going.
Even so,
the first time you can get a win off of somebody like that, it's a landmark
We could try this.
game in your curling
Yeah,
career.
we're just wrong. It's not. Right.
But it's an
I think I should always be
opportunity
able to
for
get that
Wes.
regardless, but I
You know,
just-
it's a no-lose situation.
Down to Skip Stones here in the
One really good spot to
sixth.
roll to and a few really bad ones. So. Right. I mean, this is just giving up 2, but we're fine. We were fine with that before the end started. So. Yeah.
Shuster with the conservative play, just peeling this stone out. Don't need to keep the shooter, don't need to leave anything back there for shrapnel for Sampson. Early sweep call from Plies.
Whoa, whoa, roll it out, Matt. Matt, roll it out that way.
Ends up getting a little Brooklyn roll, but not out of the house.
Now it's probably, yeah, now it's there.
Little hiccup from Shuster there, but if you're going to do it, that's a good time for it.
Thick third. I've been giving about there. There more than that. Because you're curling. I like there.
I think they're looking for
Just like
another freeze to
eight
stack on
kinda
top of
weight.
those two. And now with where John's rock stopped on that last shot, that rock can serve as a stopper for Sampson if they are able to freeze on that same side of the
freeze on
stone.
like dead freeze on the third, almost everything stays.
Yeah, so if the top rock freezes, you heard from Ethan Sampson, it's really well thought out.
Again, I think you could sweep it
If
there.
they're on the outside third of that yellow stone on the top of the forefoot and John tries to hit,
freeze on our thumb,
the top
thick,
stone will
freeze
jam
to our
on the
own
one that
thick
Shuster
third.
just threw. The second stone will jam on the one behind it. So both yellows stay in. It's really good thinking here from Sampson.
So first stone of the end from Ethan Sampson. And trying to set up an opportunity for at least a 2.
Where are we? Okay.
Roll if it's T. That's to curl a mile.
Okay, play to this one.
Straight.
Okay, straight then. Line's good. Straight.
Yeah, they don't think
3-9.
that
Yep, gotta
it's
play
going
to
to
this
curl
one.
enough, so they're just playing to the back stone.
All the way back, guys.
Yep.
All the way back. All the way back. All the way back. All the way back. Okay, easy now. Still want to sit shot.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Ethan.
Interesting spot.
So. Yeah. Obviously, that would be horrible, but I got to get all the way to it.
Yeah.
And out count it. Kind of crappy, but.
Good
that's
job
where I
by
thought it
the
is, so it's fine.
I had
by
13-7
Thurston
on
with
I
the
had
call.
13, so. Pretty much the same thing we've been throwing. It's got to get
Putting
all the way
that
to it.
in
I
a
mean, it makes
helpful
it where it's
spot.
no deuce for him, too, because he can't even hit this on the nose anymore.
Yeah.
So Shuster will follow that
Think
one
we
and
need
play
any
the
more ice than
freeze.
that?
And if they're
Based
able
on
to
how
make
theirs just
that, there
ran, I
is no
think
shot for
they just
2.
kinda run, but. Yeah. Yeah, 13-8, which is pretty much what we've been getting the whole time. So I think the same we've been doing, 95-ish.
Heard 13-8 from John. That's what they're looking for.
Felt all there.
But that clock didn't reset
There.
from the last one, so we're not going to be able to get.
Easy. A lot of curling to do.
I'll eyeball it.
A lot of curling to do.
That's your number. It's gonna.
And just like
Gotta
Ethan
curl a ton.
Sampson, a lot of curling. Well, this one's only a ton, not a mile.
Gotta go. Go, 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 go,
Line's
go, go,
just
go,
fine
go,
for the
go, go,
freeze
go.
now.
Okay, that's good enough.
I think
Get
that's
far
good
enough?
enough.
Maybe.
I think this is 3.
The 6, I don't think ever goes far enough.
Well, no, I'm hitting it there.
I know, but maybe.
I think I can get it.
Boy.
That or
Not
that.
for
They try to hit and roll into the
not for
middle and
free,
knock
but-
those 2
I
out.
think you
Well,
played for 3.
I don't know that this is
I don't think
physically
this goes far
possible.
enough. Like, I think it's max of 2.
Well, I think I'm hitting
But I
about
understand
there.
him correctly.
Don't think I have enough to get it.
He thinks he can get both those reds moving off of that stone.
It loses a ton of weight.
I mean,
going
that's. I
think
can't
it'll go.
possibly
It's just
see
gotta get
those
out of
rocks
4
moving
foot.
far
Okay.
enough.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think he's going to give it a try just
on board.
because it's a
I mean, we
6-point
got nothing
game.
else to lose at this
If
point,
you
right?
could, hypothetically,
Yeah, thick.
throw
Yeah,
enough
hit it
weight
literally into the side or the
to
back.
get
Yeah.
both
Third,
those in
like
the
third.
4-foot
Probably a
moving
third.
off
I'd
of
rather
the
hit
side
a little
one,
low, right?
then it would be for 3,
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
their point.
I like the out. I like the out with it just to get enough weight.
Yeah, you have to get enough weight going off.
But I mean, the amount of weight you have to throw to get the 2 and the 4-foot both out of the 8-foot is, I don't think it's, yeah, it's, I'd be worried about just being able to score even playing it with
Yeah.
the yellow rock that's in the top of the 4-foot that's touching the button.
Yeah. we're
Even to
throwing
move
this as
those
hard as
2
we can.
stones off the 4s is near impossible. But whatever weight Ethan Sampson can throw, we're going to see it right now. So for entertainment purposes, at least there's that.
And here we go. Last rock of the 6th. This should be fun.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Ah, well.
All right.
Good game, Matt.
Ends up being 2 for red, and that'll be handshakes. Boy, that's a strong performance from Team Schuster, rounding into form. Sampson obviously not on their best game today, but John, it would have been really tough to beat with any type of performance today. They had everything going. Really impressive performance from the defending champs, hitting their stride second half of the round robin.
5-0 now for John Shuster after a 9-1 win in a game that ends after 6 ends over Ethan Sampson. And Ethan Sampson, who was hoping to see if he could go to 4-1, will drop to 3-2, but if he can do the job in the final 2 draws, still has a shot at the playoffs. But a tough one here against the reigning national champions. In our other games, Corey Dropkin still out in front of Danny Casper, 5-2 as they move to the 7th after a blank in the 6th. Connolly leading Ruonen 4-3. And Wesley Wendling did give up 1 in the 6th, but holds the hammer in the 7th with a 5-4 advantage over Scott Dunham. So that's where we stand right now, but a big win for John Shuster to go to 5-0. And we have one more session for you today, and that will come your way at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. And it will be draw 6 on the women's side, and this should be a good one, as it is 2 of the 3 competing teams at the top of the table here on the women's side, and it'll be Delaney Strauss against Sarah Anderson. Anderson opened the tournament with a win over Tabitha Peterson. Tabitha Peterson defeated Delaney Strauss. What happens with Strauss and Anderson, we'll find out tonight at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Again, John Shuster the win over Ethan Sampson 9-1. For Tyler George and our entire crew, we're back at 7. We'll see you then.